Dear Mr. Brian Boyd, no doubt by now you have received full information about the untimely death of your son. However, there are some personal details.
Believe very strongly in
no words of mine can ever.
He was a fine soldier. And
regarding the circumstances leading to his death,
felt his loss tremendously. Robert's commanding officer.
His heroic service to his country.
He was a great soldier, dedicated friend.
The grace of God and the aid of your
Those
son
of us
that I'm
who
alive.
please accept my most sincere condolences. He will live in our memories.
To you, my deepest sympathy.
Colonel, I've got something you should know about.
Yes?
These two men died in Normandy. This one at Omaha Beach.
Sean Ryan.
This one at Utah.
Peter Ryan.
This man was killed last week in New Guinea.
Daniel Ryan.
The three men are brothers, sir. I've just learned that this afternoon their mother's getting all three telegrams. That's not all. There's a fourth brother, the youngest. He's somewhere in Normandy. We don't know where.
That boy's alive. We're gonna send somebody to find him. And we're gonna get him the hell out of there.
Some private in the 101st lost 3 of his brothers and he's got a ticket home.
It's not gonna be easy finding one particular soldier in the whole damn war.
It's just a name. But if finding him so he can go home, if that earns me the right to get back to my wife, well then, that's my mission.
Somewhere in space, this may all be happening right now. 20th Century Fox and George Lucas, the man who brought you American Graffiti, now bring you an adventure unlike anything on your planet. Star Wars.
Here they come.
The story of a boy, a girl, and a universe. It's a big, sprawling space saga of rebellion and romance. It's a spectacle, light years ahead of its time.
I am C-3PO, human cyborg relations, and this is my counterpart, R2-D2.
Hello.
It's an epic of heroes.
Good luck.
And villains. And aliens from 1,000 worlds. Star Wars, 1 billion years in the making, and it's coming to your galaxy this summer.
You spook easily, Starling?
Not yet, sir.
He's past the others. The last cell. I'll be watching. You'll do fine.
A killer is on the loose.
Keeps them alive for 3 days. Then he shoots them, skins them, and dumps them.
A rookie FBI agent is on his trail.
He's got real physical strength, cautious, precise, and he's never impulsive. He'll never stop.
But in order to track him down, she'll have to match wits.
I'll help you catch him, Clary.
Believe me, you don't want Hannibal Lecter inside your head.
With the darkest of all minds.
Just do your job, but never forget what he is.
Oh, he's a monster. Pure psychopath. So rare to capture one alive.
So close to the way you're gonna catch him. Do you realize that? Oh, Clarice, your problem is you need to get more fun out of life.
You told me you don't spook easily.
You call this easy, sir?
Lester's missing hand arm. Man's a raving maniac. Who knows what he'll do?
Thank you, Clarice. Thank you.
You like what you do for a living? These things you see?
You have to wear blinders sometimes. Most times.
You're retiring. 6 more days and you're all the way gone.
So how long have you lived here?
Too long. We'll be spending every waking hour together from now until the time I leave. I'll show you who your friends and enemies are.
Look, I've worked homicide 5 years. Not here.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves a homicide.
No fingerprints and no witnesses of any kind.
Nope. About the only thing we know about that guy right now is he's totally insane.
There are 7 deadly sins. Gluttony.
You're gonna come take a look at this?
Greed.
No one touches anything.
Sloth. Wrath. Pride. Lust. And envy. 7. You can expect 5 more of these.
Body was found on Tuesday morning.
I hate this city.
We're gonna get who did this. This will be the very definition of swift justice.
There are 2 more bodies, 2 more victims.
This guy's methodical, exacting, and worst of all, patient.
He's laughing at us. He had a gun.
He's 2 murders away from completing his masterpiece.
Let's finish it. Have you ever seen anything like this?
No.
Never rat on your friends, and always keep your mouth shut.
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
Hey, Mom, what do you think?
You look like a gangster.
I know I do.
By the time I grew up, there was $30 billion a year in cargo moving through Idlewild Airport. Believe me, we tried to steal every bit of it.
What do you do? I'm in construction.
He's not Jewish.
Mazel tov.
For most of the guys, killing's got to be accepted.
Hey, Henry, here's an arm.
Very funny, guys.
Here's a leg.
There's a wing. What do you like, the leg or the wing?
For us, to live any other way was nuts. And we were treated like movie stars with muscle. We had it all just for the asking.
It's gonna be a good summer.
It was a glorious time.
In a world that's powered by violence, on the streets where the violent have power, a new generation carries on an old tradition.
Why do you think they might think that?
don't make a bit of sense to me.
Do you think there's anything wrong with your mind, really?
Not a thing, Doc. Excuse me, miss. Do you think it might be possible to turn that music down so maybe a couple of the boys could talk?
Your hand is staining my window.
God almighty, she's got you guys coming or going. A little change never hurt, huh? A little variety. Oh, come on. You're not gonna say that now. You're not gonna say that now. You're gonna pull that henhouse shit now. When the vote, the chief just voted, it was 10-9. Now, I want that television set turned on right now!
I don't think he's overly psychotic.
No, I want something done!
I think he's dangerous.
Jesus, I mean, you guys do nothing but complain about how you can't stand it in this place here, and then you haven't got the guts just to walk out? I mean, what do you think you are, for Christ's sake, crazy or something? Well, you're not.
Hey, wait a minute. Hold it! See how easy it is?
We're from the State Mental Institution. This is Dr. Cheswick, Dr. Tabor, Dr. Scanlon. I'm Dr. McMurphy.
Hey, Mikey! What? All right, take him over! Get down over here! Get up, Paige! How about it, you creeps, you lunatics, mental defectives?
Thank you, Mac. Thank you. I'll never forget you.
Before the next chapter in the trilogy is released, renew your memory.
Whoa. Have you ever had a dream, Neo, that you were so sure was real? What if you were unable to wake from that dream? How would you know the difference between the dream world and the real world?
What is happening to me?
The answer is out there, Neo. It's the question that drives us.
What is the Matrix?
The Matrix is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth.
What truth?
They're watching you, Neo.
Human beings are a disease. You are a cancer of this planet. And we are the cure.
Get me the hell out of here!
Welcome to the real world.
So you're here to save the world.
So what do you need? Guns. Lots of guns.
No one has ever done anything like this.
That's why it's going to work.
Buckle your seatbelt, Dorothy. Because Kansas is going bye-bye.
Unfortunately, no one can be told what the Matrix is. You have to see it for yourself.
What is the Matrix?
Luke Skywalker and Han Solo rescued the princess, destroyed the Death Star, but their story didn't end there. creators of the biggest smash hit of all time, bring you the next episode in the Star Wars saga, The Empire Strikes Back. The continuing story of our band of heroes: Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, Han Solo, C-3PO, R2-D2, and Chewbacca. And introducing Lando Calrissian. It's an epic of romance, of heroes and villains, they cross trackless voids to unknown worlds. A galactic odyssey against oppression. A big, new, sprawling space adventure in the Star Wars saga, The Empire Strikes Back. Coming to your galaxy next summer.
I'm just doing what I know. I'm doing what you taught me.
I never taught you to be a thief.
No, you taught me to navigate people's minds. I can access your mind through your dreams. It's called Inception.
How do we get out? And I'm hoping you have something more elegant in mind than shooting me in the head.
A kick.
What's a kick?
That feeling of falling, it snaps you out of the dream.
This would be a kick.
Building a dream from your memory is the easiest way to lose your grasp on what's real and what is a dream.
Is that what happened to you? You gotta draw from stuff you know, right? It's pure creation.
There's nothing quite like it.
If you're going to perform Inception, you need imagination.
You mustn't be afraid to dream a little bigger, darling.
Did the children miss me?
Can't imagine. The seed that we plant in this man's mind will change everything.
This can't be done.
Dreams within dreams is too unstable.
It is possible.
God, we should walk away from this.
The people that hired us won't accept failure.
This was not a part of the plan!
What's happening?
His subconscious is looking for the dreamer. Me? Quick, give me a kiss.
They're still looking at us.
Yeah, it's worth a shot.
Rated PG-13 in theaters and IMAX July 16th.
Hello, my name's Forrest Gump. Would you like a chocolate?
Oh, thank you.
It's funny what a young man recollects.
You're the same as everybody else. You are no different.
Your boy's different.
Are you stupid or something? Mama says stupid as stupid does. I'm Jenny. I'm Forrest Gump.
She was my most special friend. My only friend. We was together all the time. We was like peas and carrots, Jenny and I.
Run, Forrest!
Hey, stupid!
Now, you wouldn't believe it if I told you, but I could run like the wind blows.
Who in the hell is that?
That there's Forrest Gump, Coach. Just a local idiot. I never thought it would take me anywhere. They even put me on a thing called the All-America team, where you get to meet the President of the United States.
Congratulations. How does it feel to be an All-American?
I gotta pee.
I believe he said he had to go pee.
Now, maybe it's just me, but college was very confusing times.
Have you ever been with a girl, Forrest?
I sit next to them in my home economics class all the time.
Have you given any thought to your future?
Go! What's your sole purpose in this army?
To do whatever you tell me, drill sergeant.
You're a damn genius. You are going to be a general someday, Go.
Yes, drill sergeant!
They sending me to Vietnam.
Listen, you promised me something, okay? If you're ever in trouble, don't try to be brave. You just run, okay?
Okay.
Where are you boys from in the world? Alabama, sir. You twins?
No, we are not relations, sir. For some reason, what I was doing seemed to make sense to people.
Forget about me! Get yourself out! Been awarded the Medal of Honor.
How come? Now, my mama's always telling me how miracles happen every day. Some people don't think so.
Jenny!
But they do. You can come home with me at my house in Greenbow. I'll take care of you.
Why are you so good to me?
You're my girl.
Paramount Pictures presents Tom Hanks.
I'm not a smart man, but I know what love is.
Robin Wright.
Will you marry me? I'd make a good husband, Jenny.
You would, Forrest.
But you won't marry me.
Gary Sinise.
I never thanked you for saving my life.
And Sally Field.
My boy Forrest is going to get the same opportunities as everyone else.
A film by Robert Zemeckis.
What's my destiny, Mom?
You're gonna have to figure that out for yourself.
The world will never seem the same once you've seen it through the eyes of Forrest Gump.
My mom always said life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
I want you to hit me as hard as you can. Why? How much can you know about yourself? You've never been in a fight.
Wait, let me start earlier. Like many of you, I was stuck.
No, you can't die from insomnia.
I'd flip through catalogs and wonder, what kind of dining set defines me as a person? This is your life, and it's ending 1 minute at a time. I prayed for a different life.
Soap. I make and I sell soap.
And this is how I met Tyler Durden.
Come on, hit me before I lose my nerve. Ow! It hit me in the ear!
It was on the tip of everyone's tongue.
Can I be next?
We just gave it a name.
Gentlemen, welcome to Fight Club. The first rule of Fight Club is you do not talk about Fight Club.
After Fight Club, we all started seeing things differently.
You're gonna have to keep me up all night.
And she ruined everything.
You're not into her, are you?
No, God, not at all.
We've all been raised on television to believe that one day we'd all be movie gods and rock stars, but we won't.
He had a plan. To what purpose? In Tyler we trusted.
I gotta take Fight Club up a notch. Each one of you has a homework assignment. You're gonna start a fight with a total stranger.
That's not necessary.
You're gonna lose.
That hurt.
You were looking for a way to change your life. You got it.
I'm stopping this.
It's already done, so shut up.
What kind of sick game are you playing? Oh my God.
Where is my mind? Where is my mind? This is too much.
In the end, you will thank me.
Whoa! Whoa!
good, the bad, the ugly. The blue, the gray, the Civil War. The answers. The showdown. The reason. The goal.
Man is beset on all sides by the inequities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men. And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to poison and destroy my brothers.
They call a quarter pounder with cheese in Paris?
What do they call it?
Royale with cheese.
Royale with cheese.
You got a corpse in a car, minus a head in a garage. Take me to it.
Mother...
Who's Sid?
Sid's dead, baby. Sid's dead.
I love you, Pumpkin.
I love you, honey bunny.
Everybody be cool, this is a robbery!
What's Fonzie like?
Cool.
Correctamundo. And that's what we're gonna be. We're gonna be cool.
The world is changed, and some things that should not have been forgotten were lost.
The Fellowship of the Ring.
You have my sword, and you have my bow.
And my axe.
The Two Towers.
The defenses have to hold.
They will hold.
The Return of the King.
This is your test. Every path you have trod through has led to this road.
Let Blu-ray bring you closer to the wizardry.
The ring is trying to get back to its master. It wants to be found.
Closer to the treachery.
We're not alone.
Gollum. Closer to the triumph.
All you have to decide is what to do with the time that is given to you.
Now the power of Blu-ray lets you experience the wonder of the Lord of the Rings the way it was meant to be seen. The end has come.
Carry the face of his old little one.
Winner of 17 Academy Awards.
Even the smallest person can change the course of the future.
The Lord of the Rings trilogy.
By law, I have to tell you, sir, I'm a Jew. Well, I'm a German. So there we are.
You want these people?
My people, I want my people.
Who are you, Moses?
They say your factory is a haven. They say you are good.
Who says that?
Everyone.
All you have to do is tell me what it's worth to you. What's a person worth?
No. What's one worth to you?
Power is when we have every justification to kill, and we don't. The list is life.
Whoever saves one life saves the world entire.
You've listened to a long and complex case, murder in the first degree. A premeditated murder is the most serious charge tried in our criminal courts. You're faced with a grave responsibility. Thank you, gentlemen.
I don't know about the rest of you, but I happen to have tickets to that ball game tonight. Yanks in Cleveland.
I tell you, we were lucky to get a murder case.
Even when it's an open and shut case like this one, I mean, did you ever hear so much talk about nothing?
I just think he's guilty. I thought it was obvious from the word go.
He was born in a slum. Slums are breeding grounds for criminals. I know it, and so do you. Was voting not guilty?
Boy, oh boy, there's always one.
Those two witnesses were the entire case for the prosecution. Supposing they're wrong.
Couldn't change my mind if you talked for 100 years.
But what does it mean?
The odds are 1,000,000 to 1.
It's possible, but not very probable.
I mean, they're born liars.
Only an ignorant man can believe that.
We're trying to put a guilty man in the chair where he belongs.
Who tells you that you have the right to play like this with a man's life?
You can't send someone off to die on evidence like that.
He didn't change his vote. I did.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'm convinced. Not guilty.
You lousy bunch of bleeding hearts.
It's also possible for a lawyer to be just plain stupid, isn't it? I mean, it's possible.
You sound like you met my brother-in-law once.
This city deserves a better class of criminal. And I'm gonna give it to him.
Out of the darkness comes the night.
Perhaps you should read the instructions first.
No! The Dark Knight. Look for it on Blu-ray and DVD.
Make him an offer he can't refuse.
It's not personal. It's strictly business.
Godfather.
The history of 2 generations of crime. The drama of absolute power and the men who violate it. The Godfather, Part 2.
What is your name?
Don Vito Corleone and his son Michael both had seen the ones they loved most cut down before their eyes. Both had killed as an act of vengeance. Both commanded the most powerful and merciless crime organization in the world.
Is it true that in the year 1950, you devised the murder of the heads of the so-called 5 families in New York?
It's a complete falsehood.
They would take any measures.
I mean, you've won. You want to wipe everybody out?
I don't feel I have to wipe everybody out, Tom. Just my enemies.
Make any arrangement.
Michael, we're bigger than U.S. Steel.
Order any death. To protect the empire they controlled. The Godfather and his heir. Both were men of ice, and both were targets.
They're still on the property. Please stay inside.
Keep them alive.
We'll try.
Michael! Alive!
The Godfather Part 2 is Sicily in 1921 and Nevada in 1958. It is revolution in Havana and rubouts in New York. It is manipulation.
It would be like trying to kill the president. There's no way we can get to him.
If anything in this life is certain, if history's taught us anything, it says you can kill anyone.
It is murder. And it is betrayal.
It was a son, and I had it killed because this must all end.
The Godfather Part 2 is the final chapter in the violent history of the Corleone crime family. It is the motion picture masterpiece of the year.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've heard all the evidence. I submit that this was not a hot-blooded crime of passion. Consider this. A revolver holds 6 bullets, not 8. That means that he fired the gun empty and then stopped to reload.
By the power vested in me by the state of Maine, I hereby order you to serve 2 life sentences back to back. 1 for each of your victims. So be it.
Send you here for life? That's exactly what they take.
I believe in 2 things. Discipline.
Help me, Dad!
And the Bible. Here you'll receive both.
Andy came to Shawshank prison in 1947. Why'd you do it?
I didn't, since you asked.
You gonna fit right in. I must admit, I didn't think much of Andy first time I laid eyes on him. He had a quiet way about him. A walk and a talk that just wasn't normal around here.
There are places in the world that aren't made out of stone. There's something inside that they can't touch.
What are you talking about?
Hope.
Let me tell you something, my friend. Hope is a dangerous thing.
Damn it, Dufresne, you're putting me behind!
Hope can drive a man insane.
You better be sick or dead in there, I kid you not!
Better get used to that idea. Oh, my holy God.
I guess it comes down to a simple choice, really. Get busy living, or get busy dying.
Get busy living, or get busy dying. That's damn right.